Hey everybody, it's Tiffany. I just wanted to quickly show the cake that I made for the baby shower that I've been talking about in a couple of videos now. So I just finished it, and as I finished it, I realized I probably should have filmed this. So while this isn't a step-by-step tutorial, if you have a little bit of background in cake decorating, or even if you don't really, you'll totally be able to keep up. So the pans that I used were the 8-inch Wilton brand 3-inch high pan. So they're not the normal, I think a standard cake pan is usually like 2 or 2.5 inches, but mine are the extra tall ones. So they're 3 inches, and I stacked 2 of those together. So after I finished baking them, I just did the icing in between, put the layers together, put it on a 10-inch cake board, and then I did a crumb coat, and then I used the royal blue Wilton gel food coloring to get this blue color. And I didn't do very much, obviously, to keep it slightly lighter. I didn't want actual royal blue icing. And then I used white as well for the bubbles. And then the rubber ducky I didn't make out of fondant or anything like that, or gum paste, because I just simply didn't have time. And the cake that I saw similar to this one on Pinterest used a rubber duck, so I actually just bought that at the store, and it's one of those neat ones that when you float it in the water in the bathtub, the underside has a little indicator that lets you know whether or not the water is too hot for the baby, which I think is really cool. So it's, I guess, just a little bit more special than an ordinary rubber duck. So I would recommend getting one of those because I think that's really lovely for the mom to be able to take it home after the shower. Obviously, I washed it before I used it. So I iced it in the blue with, this is buttercream icing, by the way. And then for the larger bubbles, I used a Wilton tip size, what size are you? Size 12. So it looks like this. I don't know if you can see the number 12 on it, probably not. They're hard to see, but that's number 12. Looks like that at the top. And then for the smaller ones, which I just finished, I used a number 5. So decorating tip number 5, and that one looks like that at the end, to do all of the dots, or the bubbles, sorry. So that's it. And then to get rid of the little tails, like when you pull, I'm so bad at explaining this, wow. When you squeeze down to make a dot, or anything, whatever you want it to be. It doesn't necessarily have to be on this particular cake for the bubbles. It can be anything you want. But to get rid of the little tail that forms, you just dip your finger in some cornstarch, and then you just tap it down. It gets rid of the little tail, and then the icing actually absorbs the cornstarch. So obviously on the white, I'm lucky because it blends in easier, but even if I didn't have white icing, if I had black icing, it will still absorb the cornstarch, especially because I'm not serving this until tomorrow. But I have used that trick before on darker icing, including black, for Halloween things, and it works just fine. So that's a good little tip to actually get nice, flat, rounded bubbles or dots of icing. So I'll just give you a little overview of what the cake looks like. And obviously it's not perfect. It's definitely not my finest work, that's for sure, but I did it quickly and I think it's cute and will serve the purpose. And I just think that's a really quick little idea for a baby shower cake that won't take very long. So you can stay tuned to watch my other baby shower idea videos, and all of my social media links are always listed in the down bar below that I post on a lot more frequently than YouTube if you want to keep up to date with different things that I'm working on and things like that. And thank you so much for watching.